mechs in Fortnite. Everyone wants them removed. Hashtag is trending, and I wanted to go over and let you know how to counter them and what's going on with it completely. So let's go ahead and just jump right in on this. If you are new here, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you like tutorials, gaming, and fixes. Let's go through and talk about this. Remove the mech. Here it is at its peak last night on Fortnite Friday. Remove the mech was #1 trending worldwide in the US, UK, Germany, and Netherlands. It's insane. And a lot of big organizations were even tweeting the same thing. So what happened after that? Well, we got this. We got actual Nerf a Brute, but no. Added a laser to let you know you're dead. So if you didn't know, Fortnite went through and did an update on the mech, and they fixed some of the movement bugs, so you can't exploit the movement anymore. But what they also did was they added a laser that points to the direction of the way you're going to fire your missiles. So they're also working on it to display a sound to the player that is trying to live, I guess you could say. And now you're going to hear a sound when it's pointed at you. So basically, they said here, add a laser to let you know you're dead, because once you hear that sound, you're probably in trouble. So no damage nerfs, no nothing. They're keeping an eye on it. They're not removing it. That's what they're saying. It's pretty crazy because I've seen a lot of people excited for this. Someone else posted here and said, we already have this laser. They planned it in the beginning, and it's right there, and they circled it. So interesting there. Some of the big organizations that said remove the mech: Cloud9, T1, Team Liquid, NRG. So this is not just regular players, this is everyone. So why is the mech so overpowered? Well, we had to talk about this in stream, and one user, Fragile Toast, I'll go ahead and quote him, basically thinks that what they do is in the beginning of a season, they make a item really overpowered. So people get upset, people tweet out, and it blows up in free advertising for the game. And then they fix it, and they look like heroes and all this stuff. And it's a good idea, you know. Each season, something's broken. Something's wrong, and people get insane. Remember the sword? That probably how they came across this by mistake, and they're like, okay, we put a really powerful item in the game. That's going to go ahead and get everyone talking about it. We're trending. We're bringing in new players, and some people will leave, but then once we fix it, they'll come back. At least that's what they're thinking. So some people said, if you want to take a stand, they put here that it has almost, I think, 6,000 upvotes, 6.1k. Basically, if you want to take a stand, remove your payment method, they said. With the recent news, the Brute is here to stay, and one of the things they say in here is the only language that Epic speaks is revenue. So they're saying go in, remove your payment method from the game until they fix this. And that's up to you if you want to do it. I am too into the skins, so I'm going to keep playing. I just mainly play Team Rumble or some arenas here and there. But yeah, the mechs are rough, especially in arena when you're doing really good. You got awesome loot, and then you just get like destroyed before you could even turn around. Yeah, it's rough. So they did go ahead and tweet back and talked about Season X competitive launch update, about their new $10 million prize tournament coming up. But down here, they basically said the Brute, you know, we're looking at it. We're not removing it from competitive. It's staying how it is. They added the laser that I mentioned earlier and the sound that the person knows it's pointed at them. They have fixed the mobility bugs and the boost mechanics, so people can't go through and exploit that. So there you have it. That's pretty crazy that they're still not doing anything, even though they're #1 trending. It was just crazy. So basically, if you want to go ahead and stop the mech, there's two different systems to use. One is a system like this, remove your payment method, and they'll probably fix it as less and less people are spending money on the game. The other option is to counter it in-game, which is shoot the guy that is in the mech obviously aim for his head, try to get those headshots. Other than that, sometimes if you're fighting near a building that has a basement, you kind of get them stuck in the basement a little bit if they're a novice to the mech. And then you can go ahead and just shoot their feet and try to go through and take it down that way. Boogie bombs is the #1 way to go ahead and counter them. Throw the boogie bombs, they jump out, you jump in and either take it over or hit delete and it'll self-destruct. In solos, you'll always be able to jump in and self-destruct it just because there's not 2 people driving it unless you have teaming going on, which may happen. So keep that in mind. If you go ahead and jump in, you delete it, you jump out, make sure you build behind because it will blow up. So a lot of people may already know this information. How do you counter it? If you have a counter that I haven't mentioned, please let me know. Proximity grenades work okay, I guess, but it's still only 70 damage and they have 1,000 hit points. That was not nerfed. The missiles were not nerfed. The shotgun, I think the shotgun's actually fine. I think it's more of the missiles that is the issue. And maybe slow down the mobility a little bit somehow. Maybe not jump quite as far. I don't know, something along those lines. Let me know how you would fix it. Are you going through and tweeting remove the mech? If you are, go ahead and like this video and also let me know down below. Hope you enjoyed this quick overview of the mech, and I will see you in the next video.